Hey, you guys, welcome. Hi. It's the last day of May. We made it through May. March, April, May. I made it through 3 full months without my baby. Not my baby, but my baby. Gosh, I can't even, We're into June tomorrow. I'm going to read the card real quick. Sometimes your joy is the source of your smile, but sometimes your smile can be the source of your joy. That's Thich Nhat Hanh. And the action is, remember the last time you laughed till you cried? Feel those emotions again and notice how joyful you are right now just thinking about it. I don't do that often. Rarely do I laugh till I cry, and rarely do I laugh. I think over my lifetime, I probably could count like under 100 times I've laughed. I don't know. I'm not a laugher. Let me know, you guys, let me know in the comments how your month of May was. Like, anything big happen? Anything good? Anything bad? Any weddings, birthdays, anniversaries? Like, how did your month go? How did May go for you? Because this channel isn't just about me. It's like, yeah, I'm here, but, how did you guys do? I got a lot of reflection. That's going to bother me. Okay. Let me know how May went for you. When I think over May, I think I got my car serviced. I changed around some things in the apartment. I took care of some more paperwork kind of things. I sent packages out of state. I put some ashes where they need to go. I, in my head, celebrated some birthdays and some death anniversaries. The month went fast. Mother's Day came and went with nothing, really. As a matter of fact, I almost forgot that May was Mother's Day. My son did text me 6:30 in the morning, but he did not see me that day. But we've been over that. I still didn't get my Mother's Day card. Maybe soon I'll get it, because he's going to be coming to stay with me, possibly today. I got to get a tissue. My left eye, I ought to change the name of the channel to My Left Eye. I got my water. I already had my coffee. Sorry. I had my coffee without you guys. I went to the corner store. I picked up some more groceries. And I went up to the surgery center where my son still is from 4 o'clock yesterday. He was supposed to be discharged at noon. They found another problem. So far he's had a cyst behind his eye drained of fluid, and he's had a mass removed that was up against the nerve, the optic nerve, and now they found a something. He said that it's shaped like a banana, and he can feel it, and he started to drain some stuff that was like sap. He said it looked like sap. So they're going to go in and try and just pull this thing out. So I'm waiting to hear, and then they're going to, if they can give him the all clear, they're going to arrange for the shuttle, the surgery center shuttle, to bring him to my place. And then he'll stay here with me for a while. I don't know how long a while is. A week, a month, I don't know. The apartment that he was in, the building's getting sold. Apparently they were given notice of that a month ago. And that's that. So some of his stuff is in storage. He has a couple of bags with him, is my understanding. He's tired, he's worn, he is so worn. I want to thank Stacy, my Stacy bracelet, Stacy, for the card. Stacy sent me a card, came in yesterday's mail, has a beautiful sunflower on it. Stacy, I already put your card in my card bag. I have this big purple bag And anytime somebody sends me a card, I put it right in the purple bag. Usually I show it on here, but the video that I showed it on, I deleted that video because it was like super long. But it had a beautiful sunflower on it and a really nice message. So thanks, Stacey, for doing that. Just like it took, she took her time, her money, her energy, just to tell me like, hey, like hang in there. So I appreciate that. I also want to tell Running with Scissors, I love your name, first off. My mother used to say, don't run with scissors. I said to my kids, don't run with scissors. So you said in a comment you didn't know whether or not you should be here because you're not the one left behind. Everybody can be here. And I especially want you here because I love your name. I love your name, Running with Scissors, but don't run with scissors. You are so welcome here. And so don't leave. Do not leave. This chat, I've said this a couple times in different ways. I've been on YouTube since 2016. I started out with a channel called Anxiety Bully, and then I had Beautiful Anxiety, I had Coffee with Poet, I had Alive and Alone, and then there was a couple of other ones that lasted like 2 days, and I changed the name. I don't even remember what the name of this one was before I went with Wayward Widow, the Wayward Widow. I don't even remember. The channel, the whole idea of, I wanted to find my spot in YouTube land. And because I'm a senior citizen, I'm almost 65. I'm a Leo. I'll be 65 in August. I wanted this channel is about me being a almost 65-year-old or a senior woman, living my life the way I choose to live my life. Because I am wayward. I'm stubborn. I do things like the way everybody else. I do things not the way everybody else would do them, for the most part. My house is quirky. I do not dress like a 65-year-old woman. I am never going to do that. And there's this expectation of what we're supposed to do and be once we get into our senior years, and that's just not me. So the channel is about me and how I maneuver life being me, what I believe in, the people I support, what I think is right for me, and where my soul and spirit take me. So in the meantime of that channel, Sky passed away, and Sky was as quirky as me, and my daughter in Texas is as quirky. So there's this little tiny population, it's like this, of really quirky people. People who believe things in things and for things that other people would just like be aghast. Like, I won't go into detail right now because then that's going to take me off over here down the rabbit hole, down the rabbit trail, down the rabbit place, wherever, in the rabbit pen. But I like who I am, and I loved who Sky was, and we got along enough to stay together almost 14 years because we both were that weird, that odd, that tiny little population. There's this little tiny population of us, oddballs, quirkies. So Running with Scissors, just that name in itself, you belong here. When he died and went into his rebirth, because we're both Soto Zen Buddhists, so he's somewhere. Our sensei says maybe he's in Scotland. So that brought a new dimension into my channel because like I have to maneuver all of the feelings of him not being with me anymore. I have that bad day. I have that crying day. I have that okay day. I have that little upbeat day. I have the busy day. I have the productive day. I have the day I stay in bed all day and do nothing but reminisce or whatever it is I need to do. I have days where I don't want to talk to anyone. I have days where I have to talk to someone. So him passing on and rebirthing during this channel, that has become a part of it. But so I am a widow of sorts because we were not married legally at the time that he died. Now, we were married for a year and a half, from 2014 to 2015. We met in 2010. We waited 4 years. We got married. We had a Zen Buddhist wedding with a hand fasting. And we didn't want the legality of it, but we couldn't have the wedding without the legality. So once the wedding was done, for a couple of reasons, with the top one being the legality, we ended the legal part of it, but we always stayed together and we always considered ourselves married. So, so that's that. So that's where the widow part came in. Like once he left me to move on to his next stage of life, I kind of had to put that in. And because now I'm maneuvering my weirdness and quirkiness in myself in a different way. Like I'm not the same anymore. I'm as quirky and weird and all that, but I have to maneuver that with the ups and downs of my feelings, if that makes sense. Like him moving on to his next life did not change anything that I feel in my soul and spirit. It doesn't change what I believe about love, life, religion, philosophy, people, decisions I made in my life. Doesn't change any of that. But emotionally, I have days where I'm feeling the color gray, because he's not here to share this life with me. And grief is love. You're grieving because you really loved someone, and I really loved him. And so that comes into the channel. And because it's so new and so raw for me, it's really been big in the channel right now. I'm rolling into finishing week 14 on Tuesday. And the weeks are going to keep going. And I'm going to keep going. And at some point it'll be week 20 and then week 40 and then week 52, and I will have gone a year. If my life maintains, on this planet. So everyone is welcome. This is not exclusive to people who have lost someone. But if the way I live life and maneuver my loss, if it helps someone or makes someone think good or bad, whatever, then that's a good thing. Like, oh, I wouldn't do it that way as a widow, or I didn't think about doing it that way, or, that's an emotion I didn't think about, that kind of thing. So it's a channel for everybody. It's just a place to be. I'm older. My body's changing. A lot of my hair got thinner and fell out during the stress and worry of his illness. I lost a lot of weight. I dropped down to 88 pounds. I'm now at about 92. And I've cried more in the last 3 months than I have in a very long time. I've learned about cremation. I've learned about funeral planning. I've learned about watching someone slip away from this life into what was left next for him. And I've learned how to take care of this apartment solo, my car solo, the bills solo. It's different but the same. If I had never been with him and I chose to live on my own, I would need to take care of my car, my apartment, my bills, get groceries, all that. The difference is when you're with someone and you're with someone for any amount of time, you get used to that. You have a structure, there's a familiarity, and there's a love and there's a caring, and there's a rhyme and rhythm to your life, and then he's gone or she's gone, and then it's like it's just you, and there's this loss. There's this, like, you're spinning in circles, going, where are you? Where are you? Where are you? What do I do? How do I do this? I don't know how to do this. How could, where, why, you know. But the reality of it is, we do go on. We get up in the morning, we shower, we brush our teeth, we get dressed, you know, some of us have to stay in bed for 3 days at a time and then get up. Some of us just get up and put everything right back here for a while, and then it all comes flooding out at some point. Everybody handles this differently. There's no time frame. There's no, you know, it's not like in 6 months, okay, everything's all good, and it's life. It's life. It's living life. I'm living life. And everything that life throws at me, where I don't really have someone to turn to like I would Sky and say, what do you think? I have a couple people that I can ask their opinion, but it's a little bit of a different vibe, you know. And then there's a feel to being a widow or widower. There's just a feel. It's like, it's almost as though it's tattooed on your forehead. It's almost as though you feel like everybody knows that you lost your partner. Like everybody knows. It's like it just shows, you know. And so you go out in public, you go in the stores, you buy the groceries, you know, you're picking up the paper towel and the toilet paper, and you're getting the milk, and the song comes on the overhead, and it was your song. And there you are with your paper towel, your toilet paper, your milk in the cart, and there's your song, and you're like, oh God, you know. And you keep moving, you keep moving. If the tears come out, the tears come out. If someone says, are you all right? I'm like, not at this moment. I lost my person. And the thing is if we're in relationships, one of us is going to lose our person at some point. I'm almost glad that I was left behind, because Sky would have been totally lost trying to figure out how to maneuver everything that he would have needed to do for me, as far as like closing up all of my stuff. He would have been completely lost. So I believe I was put in his life, and he was put in mine, that he was going to need help at this stage, that some spirit, something, some religious entities knew he was going to need help. And so here I was, and I took care of him. I was a CNA for years, and I knew like what to do, you know. And so he was able to stay at home, be comfortable at home, and passed on to his next life at home. And do I miss him? Oh my God. Yeah. What I'm finding now that I'm going through is I have these moments, these intense moments, where I just have to talk to somebody. And it has to be somebody like really professional or really spiritual, like really like my sensei. It's like, I wish I could just like call up Sensei and say, I need to talk for a minute. You know, but I can't. Sensei is an extremely busy person. But that's new for me. That's a new thing. But the feeling passes after a while. I move on, and I get up the next day. So everybody is welcome here. Like I said, I went to the store today. Yesterday I did my laundry. I just dusted. It was the last thing I needed to do in the apartment, was as far as the cleaning, because I was putting my cleaning off. I just kept putting it off. And then one day I went in and I deep cleaned the bathroom, and then I did all the microwaves. I wiped out the microwaves, and then I wiped up the floors real good. And then I got this little mini stick vacuum, and I vacuumed the carpets, and then I wiped down the counters, and I deep cleaned my stove top. And the last thing that was left was the dusting. So I just did that. I just went room to room, got everything dusted. And I did the ceiling fan, I did the kitchen light and I did the top of the refrigerator. I got up on the little ladder. So I'm like, okay, it's good. The trash is all out. The laundry's all caught up. I feel accomplished. And so now it's kind of like, what am I doing for me? I'm starting to take baths with Epsom salt and lavender oil. When I run out of the lavender oil, I'll use the next oil that Yaz sent me. She sent me 3 bottles of oil. 3 bottles. I can count. 3 bottles of oil. I'm sitting Zazen, which is sitting meditation, every evening on my Zafu. And I'm trying to get a walk-in every day, and I'm doing pretty well. I did not get a walk-in today, and I don't know if I will, but I painted my toenails. Not a big deal, but for me, a big deal. I hadn't done that in months. I didn't have the energy or the wherewithal to paint my toenails. And right now I'm the only one seeing my toenails, but I'm seeing them. So I painted them like a periwinkle. And so I'm more like, okay, now let's take care of me. You took care of him and you did it well. Now let's take care of you and do it well. Because he would want that, and not only would he want that, I want that. Because if I'm going to successfully maneuver being a widow, going through the ups and downs of my emotions, if I'm going to get through that in a healthy mental way and physical way, I have to take care of me. I have to be strong enough mentally and physically in order to handle all of the emotions that my body goes through and my mind. So if I don't take care of me, all of those emotions are going to be so much harder to deal with. And it's going to take that much longer. And so now it comes down to me, taking care of me. So I'm going to go throw in the comments how your month of May was. Good, bad, ugly, anything you want to share. June 1 tomorrow, we have the first day of summer. We've got Father's Day. We've got Flag Day. There are 3 things that are off the top of my head. I'm not sure if Earth Day, is Earth Day in June? I'm thinking maybe Earth Day is in June, but I'm not 100% sure. Yeah, throw in the comments, and thank you for being here, and thank you for loving me, and thank you for supporting me, and it's right back at you. There's a deep love, there's a deep caring for all of you, and I appreciate you. I appreciate you helping me get through this time in my life that pretty much all of us are going to experience at some point. It's not just about me having it happen. A lot of us are going through this. Like I said before, 5 people die around the world every second. 5 people die every second. So if they've all been married, that's 5 widows or widowers every second. So I'll see you guys tomorrow.